my name is Mark. Let's just get it out once again, sorry for the shorter videos. I'm in the middle of recording some stuff, but my pinky finger was acting a little bit weird, so I had to stop recording for a few days. There's still tons of work to do. And yeah, I know, funny jacket and all. I guess this is just another way to show you that it's definitely not cold here in Portugal. I mean, sure, you guys may live in some country where your regular temperatures are a heck of a lot lower, but hey, if you're watching this video, you're probably a guitar player, and you probably know that playing guitar with your hands cold is a bummer. But yeah, getting back to the video itself, I'm a really big Yngwie Malmsteen fan. He played an important role in my guitar playing kind of learning process, I guess. I learned a ton of his licks and a ton from his technique, partially because since he's a downwards pick slanter, me being mostly one myself, it was much easier for me to learn licks from him than learning licks from, like, I don't know, Steve Morse. Although Steve Morse is like really cool. But the thing that I always found with Yngwie is that since guitar players nowadays are all, oh, we gotta play outside of the box, and we gotta find some new ideas and all. If you listen to like an album the whole way through, or you have like this long trip to do, and you listen to a couple of his albums, you quickly find out that many of the songs are pretty much the same. And hey, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Back then when I was much like that, I would find that I'd listened to a couple of his songs, and that I had chosen my favorites, and those were pretty much the ones I would listen to because the other ones would pretty much like them. In the meantime, I kind of matured as a guitar player and as a musician, and I was able to pick out some of the more compositional side of things when it comes to Yngwie's songs. And even though there are some common tropes between the songs, not all the songs sound the same. And a really good example is the song Fire. It's from the Trilogy album, which I'm not sure, I think is like the second or third album maybe. And even though the main song has this kind of unchained rip-off riff from Van Halen, and the verses are pretty standard, the solo is where things get interesting. And even though I won't play the full solo because I haven't really practiced it in a while and it's pretty hard, I'll just direct you to Rocco Pezzin, I guess. That's how you pronounce his name. He did a cover of that solo, and it's pretty spot on. I would guess it's pretty hard for you to be subscribed to my channel and not be subscribed to Rocco's channel, but if somehow that's the case, I'll leave his channel in the card section right there. But yeah, the Fire solo. Of course, it's a pretty Yngwie solo. You have all the harmonic minor licks and the Aeolian scale rundowns, and many of those neoclassical licks, but he also employs some more pentatonic-ish bluesy licks, in particular one that I find really interesting and I think you should check out. And that's what this video is about. And before you say, oh yeah, but there's a ton of lessons on blues licks by Yngwie Malmsteen, like those Ben Wilshire videos where he talks about that Spasibo blues lick. But this is different, because this is actually kind of a more jazzier lick. And yes, I know what you're thinking. Jazzy, pentatonic-ish Yngwie Malmsteen lick? But yeah, that's really the deal. But before I get into it, I just want to say, please subscribe to my channel. You probably know that YouTube's been acting a little bit weird lately. Even if you subscribe to the channel, you still really may not be notified of that channel's content. And even if you do, those channel's videos may really not show up in our subscription box. So if you want to stay tuned to my content and the content of your favorite creators, you really gotta subscribe and turn on all the notifications. Not just occasional notifications, which are probably set as the default, you really gotta turn on all the notifications. And because that may or may not work, I highly suggest you follow me on social media. Not only do I post some exclusive content there, like improvised solos and jamming over backing tracks, and generally whatever I'm up to at the moment, but I always post there about my videos. Links for the usual suspects like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, even though I don't really post much on Twitter, will be in the description below. But in general, at Mark Henrique's Guitar. And while you're down there, please consider leaving a like. And then perhaps checking out some of my videos after this one. Perhaps you'd like to check out what is missing in many metal solos? Or maybe you'd like to check out learn this one riff and learn all of the picking techniques and perhaps get a girlfriend? And lastly but not leastly, how about this awesome way to play over chord changes and improvise that is approved by Matthew Friedman and Justin Becker? Again, all of those videos will be on the card section right there, on the annotations of the end screen, so please stay tuned, I guess, and in the description below. So I guess now we can get straight into it. Okay, so even though Yngwie mainly plays tuned a half step down, I'll be playing this in standard tuning so that it's probably easier for you to understand, and so that you don't really have to tune your guitar a half a step down. So the solo is kind of played around C sharp minor-ish. As I mentioned before, the lick is quite jazzy and pentatonic-ish, and applies some chromatic notes, which some of those aren't really much Yngwie tropes. And again, I'm not really professing that I'm teaching you this like 100% right, note by note. I'm just trying to give you the more general vibe, and later on you'll see why. I'll play the lick and then I'll show it to you a little slower. And even though that lick doesn't look like much, again, if you haven't listened to the full solo or the full song, go check it out. But you gotta realize that between all of those Yngwie licks, like in this case, I think it goes from last part was kind of misplayed, you got the drill. That lick sounds really fresh between all of those neoclassical cliches. And for those of you who want more of a breakdown of the lick, you go to the 16th fret and you do a half a step bend. And while you're still sustaining the bend, you release it. And you do this chromatic bit. Then you go to the next string. Starting on the 18th fret, another chromatic lick, and then you go to the 3rd string, and again on the 18th fret, another chromatic lick. So until now we have. And then you basically do one of those blues rock pentatonic generic licks. So if now slowly we gather all of those little pieces. Again, but a little faster. And now probably at the speed where Yngwie plays it. And now for all of you wondering, wait, is this it? Is this the lesson you wanted me to learn? Wait, there's still more. And even though this lick is kind of used in the rock metal genre, you can apply this lick to a bunch of different genres. Not just rock and metal, you can apply it to blues, like let's say that we're doing a B blues. Even though it really isn't your regular, you can still apply it in a more reasonable fashion. And because of all of those chromatic notes, you can actually use it in a more jazzier context. All of those licks like are all based in chromatic notes, just as this lick we saw. And even if you don't change any of the notes, if you just incorporate the swing rhythm, and if you don't really know what a swing rhythm is, it's like picture you're playing a blues, right? If you're going to tempo like 1, 2, 3, 4, you're not really playing. You're playing more like 1, 2, 3, 4. I won't get into this with that much detail, because that's not really the point of this video. Again, you can check out videos by Amy Nolte, she talks about swing rhythm a lot, or even maybe I think Tyler from Music Cause Win has a video on it. But what swing rhythm basically means, and again, take this with a really big grain of salt, instead of dividing a note into 2 equal length notes, you basically divide it like this, where the first note equals 2 triplets and the last one equals 1 triplet. This rhythm is very much used in jazz and blues, and again, it's not exactly this mathematical, there's always a little bit of push, but that's really what you gotta try to attempt. And if we play this lick, again, this is just regular 8th notes. This is it with the swing rhythm. It just kind of gives you this little extra jazz swag. And again, this swing rhythm doesn't really need to be played just in jazz. You can apply it to blues and metal and rock and all of those things. So basically what this video comes down to is don't really put players in boxes. Even though it's kind of a clickbaity title because it's not really that crazy of a lick. If you hadn't watched this lesson and I told you this lick was a Guthrie Govan lick, you would probably have believed it. But if I had told you from the beginning, oh, this is an Yngwie Malmsteen lick, you would probably go, it's not really neoclassical. It's probably not a YJM lick. I see people doing this with Yngwie a lot of times, and I see people doing this with Zakk Wylde a lot of times, and even Kirk Hammett. Or should I say Kirk Whammett. Sorry, bad pun joke, only Stevie T can do these things work. And because I mentioned those players, I'll probably do a Zakk Wylde video, because Zakk Wylde is pretty much the beast. Even though this is going to be a bad pun and kind of a cliche, We all want to get outside the box, right? We all learn these weird scales and weird licks to get out of the box, but then we're putting other players in boxes. That's just not cool, right? If Yngwie can do this kind of bebop-ish lick, imagine what other players can do. Imagine if Pat Metheny played a metal solo, or if maybe, I don't know, Steve Vai played a country solo. Even though our initial and kind of automatic reaction is kind of, wait, what? No way. Maybe it works. Who knows? But yeah, I'm probably just rambling now. Let's get to the outro. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you in any way possible. And if it was, please leave me a comment below. Do you have anything to add to this discussion? Did you agree? Did you not agree? Was there something I missed? Something I should have said? Do you have any suggestions for videos or what kind of content I should make? Don't forget to leave it in the comment section below. And as always, I'm giving away free one-on-one Skype lessons. And anyone can enter. But they are limited though, so you gotta be fast. And all you have to do to win one free Skype lesson and discounts on future lessons is to subscribe to my channel, turn on all the notifications, follow me on Instagram, and then DM me on Instagram or either one of my other social medias, again the links will be below, with screenshots proving that you did everything mentioned before. And yeah, I guess that's it. Again, thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on all the notifications. Don't forget to follow me on social media. Perhaps apply for those free Skype lesson thingies. Don't forget to check out some of my other videos after this one. And cheers!